Hello students, we were doing our chapter circles and today we will do theorem 10.8 of circles. The angle subtended by an arc at the center is double the angle subtended by it at any point on the remaining part of the circle. It means if this is a circle, okay, whose center is O and this is an arc AB. This is minor arc, this is semicircle and this AB is major arc. So angle subtended by an arc on the center AOB. This is the angle measure subtended by this arc on this center. So this angle is double the angle subtended by it by this arc at any point on the remaining part of the circle. It means we have to prove that AOB, this angle is double of ACB. It means AOB equals to 2ACB. Okay students. So given a circle COR in which arc AB subtends angle AOB, AOB and in this also AOB at the center and ACB at any point C on the remaining part of the circle. This is ACB, ACB, ACB. Okay. Now prove. We have to prove that angle AOB equals to angle ACB when AB is a minor arc or a semicircle and this is reflex AOB equals to 2ACB when AB is a major arc. Now construction. Join AB and CO. Join AB and CO, produce this CO up to D, okay, which is outside of the circle. Now proof. In case A, AB is a minor arc and in case B, AB is a semicircle and in case C, AB is a major arc. Now students, we know that when one side of a triangle, this is a triangle, when one side of a triangle is produced, then the exterior angle so formed is equal to the sum of the interior opposite angles. You all know very well that exterior angle of a triangle is equals to sum of the opposite interior angles. So AOD, this is an exterior angle and its opposite angles are these two opposite angles, and when this is an exterior angle then these two angles are opposite interior angles. It means AOD equals to OAC plus OCA. Okay. Now BOD, when BOD is an exterior angle then OBC and OCB. BOD equals to OBC plus angle OCB. Okay. Measure of exterior angle is equals to sum of opposite interior angles. But OAC equals to OCA because OA and OC are radii of this circle. So OAC equals to OCA. Okay. And OBC equals to OCB because OC and OB are radii of this circle. It means AOD equals to 2AE, 2CA and BOD equals to 2 angle OCB because OAC equals to 2CA, OCA and OBC equals to OCB because these are two angles made by two radii of a circle. Okay, it means AOD equals to 2 OCA and BOD equals to 2 OCB. Now in figure 1 and 2nd, AOD plus BOD equals to 2 OCA plus 2 OCB. When we add these two equations then we get AOD plus BOD equals to 2 OCA plus 2 OCB. Now AOD plus BOD, this is equals to AOB. Okay. So angle AOB equals to 2 angle ACB, OCA and OCB. This is equals to ACB. Okay. So angle AOB equals to 2 angle ACB. Now in figure third, AOD plus DBOD, that is equals to reflex AOB. Okay, so AOD plus BOD, that is equals to reflex AOB, and 2OCA plus 2OCB plus 2OCA plus OCB, and OCA and OCB, that is equals to ACB. So reflex AOB equals to 2 angle ACB. So students, we proved this theorem by the property that exterior angle of a triangle is equals to sum of opposite interior angles of a triangle. Now our next theorem is theorem 10.9. Angles in the same segment of a circle are equal. These are three different cases. And angle in a same segment, this is an arc, okay, and these two angles are made in same segment ACB and ADB, and we have to prove that this angle ACB equals to ADB, and in this case ACB equals to ADB. Students, in this case, if these two angles are equal, then they will be of 90 degree each, because AOB, this is a straight line, so this angle is equals to 180 degree, and we know that by our previous theorem that this angle will be double of this angle or this angle. So if this is of 180 degree, then this is of 90 degree. By our previous theorem that the angle subtended by an arc at the center is double the angle subtended by it at any point on the remaining part of the circle. Okay, now let's prove it. Given a circle COR in which angle ACB and angle ADB are two angles made by arc AB in the same segment ABCD of the circle. Okay, ACB and ADB are two angles made by an arc AB, and we have to prove that ACB equals to ADB. Construction: join OA and OB. We join OA and OB. Now proof. In case first, this is our case first. Angle AOB equals to 2 angle ACB, because this angle is at center made by this arc AB, and this is on remaining part of the circle in the same segment. Angle AOB equals to 2 angle ACB by our previous theorem, and angle AOB equals to 2 angle ADB. So AOB equals to 2 ACB and angle AOB equals to angle 2 ADB. It means if these left hand sides are equal of these two equations, it means right hand side will be also equal. It means 2 ACB equals to 2 ADB, and if 2 ACB is equals to 2 ADB, it means ACB equals to ADB. Friends, this is B, and so this is proved in this case. And when AB is a semicircle, this is our second case, and AOB, this is a straight angle, and AOB equals to 2 ACB and AOB equals to 2 ADB by our previous theorem. And angle in a semicircle is a right angle. This is a semicircle, and angles made in semicircle are right angles. So ACB equals to 90 degree and ADB is also equals to 90 degree. So it means ACB equals to ADB. Students, you know that why this angle is of 90 degree, because this is a straight angle and this is of 180 degree, and this angle will be half of this, and this angle is also will be half of this by theorem 10.8. So these two angles are of 90 degree. It means ACB equals to angle ADB. And in case third, when AB is a major arc, then reflex AOB is equals to 2 angle ACB and reflex AOB equals to 2 angle ADB by our previous theorem. It means reflex AOB equals to 2 angle ACB and reflex AOB equals to 2 angle ADB. It means if left hand sides are equal, then right hand side will be also equal. So 2 angle ACB equals to 2 angle ADB. each equals to AOB. So angle ACB equals to angle ADB. Hence we have in each case that angle ACB equals to angle ADB. And you have remember one thing in this theorem, that angle in a semicircle is a right angle. Okay. Now theorem 10.10. If a line segment joining two subtends equal angles at two other points lying on the same side of the line containing the line segment, the 4 points lie on the circle. It means they are concyclic. Given AB is a line segment and C and D are 2 points. Okay, C and D are 2 points, and in this case C and D, these are 2 points lying on the same side of AB, such that angle ACB equals to angle ADB. And we have to prove that ABCD lie on the same circle. Construction: draw a circle. We draw a circle which is passing through 3 known collinear points A, C, B. A, B and C. Proof: if D lie on the circle passing through ABC, then clearly the result follows. If possible, suppose D does not lie on the circle. If D lie on the circle, then the result is proved. And let possible D does not lie on the circle, then the circle will intersect AD or AD produced in D dash. Then the circle will intersect AD and AD dash which is produced up to D dash. Okay. Now ACB. In this case ACB equals to ADB. This is given. But by your previous theorem ACB equals to AD dash B. Angles in a same segment are equal. ACB equals to ADB. So ACB equals to ADB. This is given, and angle ACB equals to angle AD dash B, because these are two angles in a same segment, ACB and AD dash B, and in this case also ACB and AD dash B. These two angles are in same segment of a circle, so these two angles will be equal. ACB equals to ADB, ACB equals to AD dash B. It means these two left hand sides of these two equations are equal. It means right hand side will be also equal. Then angle ADB equals to angle AD dash B. But an exterior angle of a triangle can never be equal to its interior opposite angle, because exterior angle of a triangle is equals to sum of opposite interior angles. So ADB cannot be equals to AD dash B. So angle ADB equals to angle AD dash B is true only when D dash coincides with D. Thus D lies on the circle passing through AB and C. Hence the points ABCD are concyclic. Now cyclic quadrilaterals. A quadrilateral ABCD is called cyclic if all the 4 vertices of it lie on a circle. This is this quadrilateral ABCD. This is called cyclic when all its vertices A, B, C and D lie on a circle. Now properties of a cyclic quadrilaterals. First theorem is on this cyclic quadrilateral is the sum of either pair of opposite angles of a cyclic quadrilateral is 180 degree. It means we have to prove that this angle A and this angle C, their sum will be equals to 180 degree. And we can write this theorem in this form also. The opposite angles of a cyclic quadrilateral are supplementary. These two angles are supplementary, means their sum will be equals to 180 degree. Given a cyclic quadrilateral ABCD, and we have to prove that angle A plus angle C equals to 180 degree and angle B plus angle D equals to 180 degree. Construction: join AC and BD. Now we have ACB equals to ADB, angles in a segment. ADB equals to ACB. Okay, these two angles are equal because these two angles are angles in a same segment. Now BAC and BD DC. These two angles are also equal to each other, because if this is an arc, then these two angles are in a same segment, so they will be also equal each other. Now I am getting sum of these two equations. Angle ACB plus angle BAC equals to angle ADB plus angle BDC. Angle ACB plus angle BAC. So ADB and BDC, this is equals to angle ADC. So angle ADB plus angle BDC equals to angle ADC. Now when I add angle ABC in both sides of this equation, then I get angle ACB plus angle BAC plus angle ABC equals to angle ADC plus angle ABC. Now students, angle ACB plus angle BAC plus angle ADC, this is a triangle and these are three angles of a triangle, and we know that sum of angles of a triangle is 180 degree. It means angle ACB plus angle BAC plus angle ABC equals to 180 degree. It means angle ADC plus angle ABC, that is equals to 180 degree. Okay. Now angle A plus angle B plus angle C plus angle D equals to 100 equals to 360 degree. Sorry students, do correction in your worksheet also. Sum of angles of a quadrilateral. Angle A plus angle C, that is equals to 360 minus angle B plus D. So angle A plus angle C, that is equals to 360 minus, and we know that B plus D, that is equals to 180. We proved it. So angle A plus angle C, that is equals to 180 degree. So angle A plus angle C is equals to 180 degree, and angle B plus angle D, that is also equals to 180 degree. So sum of opposite angles of a cyclic quadrilateral is 180 degree. Now theorem 10.12. If the sum of a pair of opposite angles of a quadrilateral is 180 degree, then the quadrilateral is cyclic. What is given? A quadrilateral ABCD in which B plus D equals to 180 degree. Let this is a quadrilateral ABCD and sum of its opposite angles is 180 degree, and we have to prove that ABCD is a cyclic quadrilateral. Construction, if possible, let ABCD is not a cyclic quadrilateral. Draw a circle passing through three non-collinear points A, B, C. Let this circle meet C, D or CD produced in D dash. Join D dash A. We suppose that A, D dash, C, B. This is a cyclic quadrilateral, not ABCD is a cyclic quadrilateral. Now proof. ABC plus ADC. ABC plus ADC. Their sum is equals to 180 degree. This is given. And ABC plus AD dash C equals to 180 degree. Opposite angles of a cyclic quadrilateral. ABC plus AD dash C. These are opposite angles of a cyclic quadrilateral. So their sum will be equals to 180 degree. It means angle, these are two equations. Their right hand sides are equal. It means their left hand side will be also equal. It means ABC plus angle ADC equals to angle ABC plus angle AD dash C. ABC same in both the side of this equation, then angle ADC equals to angle AD dash C. But this is not possible since an exterior angle of a triangle can never be equal to its interior opposite angles. ADC, this, and AD dash, this is interior angle and this is exterior angle of a triangle. So exterior angle of a triangle cannot be equals to its interior angle. So angle ADC equals to angle AD dash C is possible when D dash coincide with D. Hence the circle passing through ABC must pass through D also. Hence ABCD is a cyclic quadrilateral. Okay students, so these are your theorems of this chapter.